One thing we knew was going to happen was the Tamate Bako box was going to serve as a way of the Straw Hats escaping. Let it be known that the Straw Hats still have to make it back to the coast to the Sunny, which is a day away. So they need to get a shark submarine and submerge and get to the Sunny. But if you remember, that was docked on Seducing Woods. Plus, we haven't seen Pudding in a while, and I'm starting to get the feeling she may lead the Straw Hats out of Whole Cake Island. I just got that feeling. But I mean, what do you get? I felt we haven't seen her ever since Sanji caught Nami, and after that we got somewhat of a panel. We didn't see Pudding after that. As far as we can tell, I think the Finsmacks escaped by the end of this chapter because they all managed to get away. Things are not just peachy yet because Big Mom is in a rage. She lost the wedding cake, she lost the castle, she lost most of Whole Cake Island submerged into, I guess, frosting because of the ingredients that Streusen was the one that came up for Whole Cake Island. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm beginning to remember back in the flashback, wasn't his ability to change objects into food, like he changed a stick into meat, into a salami stick. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the key. It's ironic because Periscope's the one that actually comes up with the candy, but Streusen's the one that actually has the strength because even Capone, when they parted ways. By the way, I thought that moment was epic. He was like saying, Streusen, I guess he was a mystery to the end, but he seems to be really strong. I get the feeling once we see Big Mom again on Elbaf, we'll see Streusen in action because it all started with those two. But we got a problem because Big Mom said two groups. One goes after the Fire Town Pirates, where they made a dash for it, but I'm not too sure how far they're going to get. Another group's going after the Straw Hats. Now I don't know what Big Mom's going to do because she's on the rage. She's like traumatized by the wedding cake, and she's got that spiral look on her eyes, like she's about to go nuts again. We've seen this before when it came to the photo, and she got pissed off. I don't know if that's going to happen again. We'll see. But I found it interesting that Morgan's caught all of this Big Mom falling, so that no matter what happens, that's going to be on the news by the end of this arc. And if that's the case, that means I get the feeling some batteries are going to shoot up. That's just my prediction. Stussy is still around because she used Skywalk. Obviously, she caught all of this. I'm pretty sure they're going to bail. The Tamate Bako box is no longer an issue anymore. That's exploded. It busted up the cake. Everybody's predictions were right. It came down. It took a while to do that. And we actually started off the chapter with a flashback on Fishman Island to when they actually was coming up with the idea of the explosives in the Tamate Bako. Because if you remember, all the treasure went to Big Mom because of Luffy. So because he ended up eating all the candy, it was safe for Big Mom. So instead they gave her the treasure, and that's where they came up with the explosives in the Tamate Bako box, which goes off and the whole Cake Chateau is down. No matter what happens, we are never going back to Whole Cake Island again. So that, plus Big Mom is not even aware that Brooke got a copy of the road poneglyph. So I get the feeling she may get a hint of that later down the road. I just got that feeling. And again, the fact that this arc is not done yet because they need to escape, it's going to take a day at least to get out of the territory of Big Mom. So, but Big Mom is not far behind. I don't know. She may try hunt the Straw Hats down herself, but why did she send two groups if she's that pissed off? It may be just a plot device to get the commanders out of the picture, so Big Mom's by herself. I just got that feeling. So we'll see soon enough. But this is a good example of what the editor was saying when he said the epicness will pick up towards the end of this arc, and it looks like that's the case because even though the wedding's done, they saved the Vinsmokes temporarily. They're still not out of the woods yet because they need to escape Whole Cake Chateau, and then even then they need to get off Whole Cake Island. Remember when Capone says, "This is where we part ways, Straw Hat," and it's an epic moment because Capone getting grossed up the fact that he helped the Straw Hats out, but saying don't think too much of it. Chiffon says, "Oh, I've befriended Nami in a way, much like Lola did," so they're probably going to see them again. Maybe on Wano or maybe on Elbaf, because there's obviously loose ends leading to Elbaf now. Big Mom is not going down. If she survived the fall off the top of Whole Cake Island, I don't think she's going down in this arc. There's not enough time now. Plus, the Straw Hats are getting out of Dodge. So, The problem here is you have two groups led by two commanders, Katakuri and Smoothie. Smoothie was freaked out by Big Mom's reaction because it's like, oh shit. She's getting worked up, much like she did with the picture, but I don't think she's going to go into a mental breakdown this time. Caesar got his heart back, so he's a free man now, and Nami says, yo, you can die for all I care because we don't need you anymore. They didn't need him well, they did kind of need him to get through the mirror world, but to be honest, if it wasn't for Caesar, they would not be able to escape. So we're inside of Capone, so that worked itself out, and Caesar's like a free man now, so he dips, he gets the hell out of Dodge, he's got his heart back, he says, I'm going to get you back for this, which could be a mistake to let him go. I know he's a weakling, but at the same time, he is affiliated with Kaido, so he may do some crazy shit, or we may never see him again, but we'll find out soon enough. All in all, it's an early chapter, but an enjoyable one nonetheless. So let me know your comments down below. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. After next week's chapter, I think it's safe to assume the group is heading to Wano. By the way, did you see that colour spread of the Straw Hats in Vince Milk gear? I thought that was cool. That could be some type of foreshadowing to what's to come on Wano. So if that's the case, that's going to be epic. More allies for the Straw Hats. Comment down below your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.